What's up, everyone? Welcome to the Kiss Collector. In this episode, I get interviewed by Lady Cat Chaos from Obscure Chaos Fanzine and Altar Girl Fanzine. So I hope you enjoy this week's episode as we look into my Kisstory.
Out on the street for a living, pictures only begun. Got you under their thumb.
Welcome to the Kiss Collector, Lady Cat Chaos, and thank you for doing this interview.
Thank you, Rich, for having me. What made you decide to create the Kiss Collector podcast?
Well, it comes out purely for my love of Kiss. For years, I've been into the band, been collecting stuff, collected stuff when I didn't even know I was collecting. So I figured, you know what, with today's day and age, modern technology, I just wanted to put something out there and talk about the stuff that I have and maybe, enlighten some people. And maybe some people can get back to me and show me some of the stuff they have, since we are the Kiss Army.
Are you planning on having a broadcasting of the Kiss Collector weekly?
That is the plan. Sometimes it might be bi-weekly because I will be purchasing some new products. I have a nice sum of products and merchandise that are coming that I was able to get from a very, very good seller, Michael Longerbeam. You should check him out on the internet. Great seller. And if something's coming in, I might wait a week to do an unboxing and show the stuff that I'm getting. But as of right now, it looks like it's going to be a weekly episodes that I'll be doing.
How did you become aware of Kiss?
Wow. I had an older cousin, actually two of them, but one mainly, who were into hard rock, metal, southern rock, things of that nature. And he turned me on to Kiss. Going into his house, and it was the 70s, and, just blasting them, and it really was, the first thing that did turn me on to Kiss was the music. I've always had music around my house, whether it be my mother or father or sister, there was always music playing. That's really got me focused into being a musician and, having very supportive people in my life. But as far as Kiss went, when I heard Kiss Alive, that was it. And then I saw the covers and I said, wow, they're superheroes too, come to life. It was a no-brainer. I was sucked in, and I have been for the last 40 years.
You've been a fan of Kiss since you were a small child. Do you have any favorite childhood memories you can tell us about as a Kiss fan?
Ooh, yeah. There were some things that really, 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 that I would do that were, I guess, to normal kids, they'd be running home to watch cartoons. I just remember things like the Alive 2 commercial being on and running home and waiting. And if you live here in New York, there's Channel 11 Pix, and they would always have Kiss Alive 2 commercial, and I would sit there and not even care about the cartoons or TV shows. I was waiting for that Kiss Alive 2 commercial. And then other great moments were like this one right here, which I'm sure was for all of us, even though it was, it could be a little corny to some, but was Kiss Meets the Phantom. Watching that, staying up and watching Kiss Meets the Phantom, and then getting the magazine, get a little closer look. That was a great time, of course, at the time, we didn't know Peter's voice was being dubbed, or, there was really no plot to it, but we got to see Kiss, and it was great. And then you were just like, what's Rip and Destroy? Isn't that Hotter Than Hell? But it was just a great time in my life, things like that. And Paul Lynde, Halloween special, that was another great moment. That's just a few of them. But yeah, there's so many great Kiss moments.
What was the first item of Kiss that you received as a gift or purchased on your own?
Well, I brought up my cousin earlier, and I actually have something that he gave me right here. Still have it to this day. And it shows its age, but the very first Kiss album. And of course, my first question was, what's going on with Peter's makeup? That's not the same makeup. And then we learned, Peter had a makeup artist to do his, and that's what the person did. And aren't we all glad that didn't stay? I know I'm glad. But yeah, great music, Black Diamond, Deuce, Firehouse, the list goes on and on and on and on. Great stuff. And then the first album that I actually picked up on my own, which is another great story, is I remember we had a store here in New York as well. I don't know about other places. You can let me know if they were there. But it's called Alexander's. And my mother had taken me. And I remember being mesmerized walking in there and there being a life-size display for Love Gun. And they used to have the slots where the albums would be in. If anybody's looking to sell that, let me know. But I remember going in there and I purchased that because I was aware of Kiss at the time, and I was able to save a little money here and there. Records weren't that expensive back then, and I still have it to this day. And the thing that's really cool about this is I was able to have it signed by all 4 members, and that is just a great memory as a child, and now to have as an adult, and it's just a mind blower to have it. Still love it to this day. Still love it to this day. That's a great moment right there.
What was the first album from Kiss that you heard?
First album I heard from Kiss was, again, we've heard Kiss through people, and it was my cousin, and it was Kiss Alive. I just remember them blasting Kiss Alive. I mean, I'm sure everybody did at that time. They loved it. This was their, they partied, and they all loved it. They blasted Kiss Alive, and of course Kiss Alive is great because it comes with the booklet, and when I saw that booklet, it was amazing. They're my heroes in a giant tour book, and it was really an amazing piece of work to hear. I mean, we know now later as well that there was some overdubbing and whatnot, but I don't care. Still a great fucking album.
Speaking of albums, what is your favorite Kiss album cover?
Ooh, my favorite Kiss album cover is this one right here, because it's just something I stared at forever, and being an artist, I drew over and over again. Destroyer. And the great thing about this is my first Destroyer cover that I had as a kid, and it's signed by Mr. Ken Kelly. See that right there? Ken signed that to me. I have a bunch of stuff signed by Mr. Ken Kelly. Ken is a great guy. I mentioned that in the past episode. If you have a chance to meet Ken, he is one of the most gracious and humble people you will ever meet in the business. And being a musician myself and playing out and meeting people, it's always great when you meet people you look up to and they're everything that you would like them to be. And he's a great example of how to be. And Ken's artwork is just amazing. And I hope to be doing a full episode just on Ken's artwork. And if things go correctly, we will be having an interview with Mr. Ken Kelly as well in the near future. So be on the lookout for that.
What are your favorite 3 Kiss albums today?
Favorite 3 Kiss albums. Okay. Right off the bat, let's see, I got it right here. Well, this is my original. We'll start with this one. It's Rock and Roll Over. I just, produced by Eddie Kramer. Great songs. Sick cover. Could stare at this one again forever. Drew this one. It was amazing. Something that's really cool about these vinyls as well, something we're going to talk about in another episode, is the re-releases from 2014. These are 180 gram. They have the same packaging. They come with a sticker, repro, and all that stuff. But it's amazing sound. I personally listen to my vinyl. I love vinyl. I have a turntable. It's a different sound. I think if you can get yourself some good speakers and even a decent turntable, you'll hear a difference in how these albums sounded. I'm on the lookout for a Japanese version of Destroyer 200 gram. From what I'm told by other Kiss fans and Kiss Army, there is a totally different sound on that album, and you hear things come out of that album that are amazing. So I'm on the lookout for that as well. My second favorite is, we'll go back to Kiss Alive. I mean, everything on this album is what I'd want in a live rock and roll album, hands down. I like Kiss Alive 2. I even like Kiss Alive 3 and so on and so forth. But this right here was the epitome. I just thought, especially being, a huge Peter fan, knowing Peter played everything on here, it is amazing, amazing album. My third favorite is Creatures of the Night. I mean, Eric Carr, amazing player. I mean, we just learned from an interview with Michael James Jackson on Three Sides of the Coin, which you hope you're checking out. Those guys they do a great show. Ace might have played a little bit on this. It's still hit and miss. We really don't know, but still, after going to the store and picking this up, and right off the bat, it's just, songs on here, Keep Me Coming, Killer. Gotta play Killer live, guys. That would be killer, no pun intended.
Who is your favorite Kiss member?
Oh, as I just stated, it's Peter Criss, the Catman. Peter is the reason, without a doubt. When I say the reason, Peter is the reason why, excuse me, that I am a drummer today. When I was listening to Kiss Alive, that's another big reason. 100,000 years. I mean, that is just non-stop. Peter letting loose forever, and doing some great fills. Everybody talks about the makeup and everything. Peter came from a different school playing. Peter, was into big band, still is into big band. What am I talking about? Into big band, and he was influenced by that. Where the rest of the guys were really into, Zeppelin, Clapton, the Beatles, and so on and so forth. But Peter, really was like jazz, big band, Stones, so it gave a different element, and Peter just had a swing to him that was just, he was just a standout, I mean, you had your big drummers at the time, but it was also the showmanship. A lot of times today, there are a lot of great players today, but they're very, very robotic. And they just don't really have any emotion. And I believe someone's paying and they're coming out. It should be a little bit of a show. You should entertain people. And I gained that from Peter. So yeah, it's the Catman, Peter Criss.
What are some of your fondest memories seeing Kiss live?
Wow. All right. I got to see Kiss. You know, going when I was younger wasn't really an option at the time. But when I got a little older, I was lucky to see Eric Carr play with Kiss. I saw him Hot in the Shade. And they really played a great set, as my fellow Kiss Army know. They played a great set. I'm not really fond of the album, but, you know, to each his own. And then I got to see them on Revenge. And, you know, I play in a band. Even though I love Kiss, you know, I play extreme, brutal, crushing death metal. I play all kinds of different styles of music, but that's my preference, and that's what I play. And to see Eric Singer with a different feel, and hearing Detroit Rock City with double bass thrown in, and just the songs. I mean, Eric Carr played the songs faster, without a doubt. You know, things were very up-tempo. But Eric also added these double bass fills in the songs, and it was just structured different, and it was great. But the highlight was 1996. I got to see Kiss for the first time with makeup. And a real quick story about that, which to show everybody how great the Kiss Army really is. I was online, and it was an 8-ticket minimum. And I needed 4, and the guy in front of me needed 4. And they were giving out bracelets at the time. And we got to talking, like Kiss fans do, and we struck up a relationship. It was really cool. We were online for a while. We started talking. And I mentioned to him, I said, look, you know, I need 4, you need 4. If one of us gets called in and gets the bracelet, how about we do something cool for each other? I'll pay for one of your tickets, or you pay for one of mine. That way we all get to go and have a good time. He said, no problem. This fella happened to have his bracelet. He got called. They didn't have, my number wasn't going to get called. By that time, I knew that. And, you know, I did the right thing. I paid for one of his tickets. And then we ended up striking up a friendship. And I ended up meeting him in the city. We went to Madison Square Garden. It was a great night. Sat near each other. Everybody was singing. And I just remember that night being amazing. When the lights went down and everybody singing every lyric to every song, and hearing the whole crowd go, "Get up!" Just, I mean, I'm getting goosebumps right now thinking about it. And, you know, thanks to YouTube and, you know, some fellow collectors out there, I was able to acquire the video from that night and many others. But I saw him a bunch of nights on that tour. I saw him in Jersey, saw him in Philly. So I saw him a bunch of times, and it was great. And then I went on to see them for Psycho Circus, and that was cool, except for, you know, as many of you know, the effect really didn't work that well for the 3D. But it was still, it's Kiss. You know, it's Kiss. You know, if you're not having a good time seeing Kiss, well, then you just don't have anything pumping through you. You're missing the whole point. You know, things exploding, dude breathing fire, spitting blood, drums levitating, guitars shooting rockets. It's great, you know. And I know a lot of people give Gene and Paul a hard time about today's Kiss, but, you know, they play great. They're great musicians. Tommy is a great guitar player. Eric is a great drummer. They put on a great show. For all the younger people who didn't have a chance to see Ace or Peter, I think it's a great interpretation of what it was and what it is now. And you know, Monster, I liked Monster. I like Sonic Boom a little more, but, you know, to each his own, once again. But I think it was an amazing time. Can't wait for you guys to come back to New York. It's going to be great.
What type of reaction did you have when you seen Kiss in comics?
Wow. That was mind-blowing. It was, of course, you have Spider-Man, Batman, so on and so forth. And then there's Kiss. You know, there they are, on the pages. it was an absolute great time. I have a few of them right here. This is my original that I picked up, Marvel Super Special, the appearance of Kiss. Absolutely amazing. Anybody that has this or had that moment of going to get it, great times. Then there was this, the second one. I love this cover. Amazing. This is just great painting, and you know, same kind of concept, you know, but I use a line that's in one of the comics still to this today, till today, and it's play hard, play fair, and nobody gets hurt. You know, and then they went on to re-release them. They did Marvel Music Collector's Editions, Kiss Classics, which was the first 2 issues. A little weird. Pete had a red nose. I don't really know what was going on there, but pretty cool, you know, cool to have. And then they released this one as well, the Greatest Hits Volume 1, which is kind of like they recreated the first one with, you know, Doctor Doom. But pretty cool nonetheless. And then they went ahead and they released Kiss Nation, which was cool because it had this you know, comic in here as well. And then there's a bunch of them. You have Psycho Circus, and you have let's see if I can pull something out right here. You have right here from Dynamite, you know, these new ones. I just got the Kiss and Ash. This is the Army of Darkness. I believe that's what it's called. It's just, there's so many of them. You know, loved it. Still to this day, go to a comic shop. You know, support. Go to comic shop. Go to record shops. It's a great thing. Love it.
Any items in your collection that you hold dear?
Yeah. Right here, I have a couple that are really, really great. One that I showed earlier was my Love Gun, signed by all of them. That is just really cool. Anything signed by Mr. Kelly, like I have right here an 8x10. Again, we're going to talk to Kent soon. Have a bunch of autographs. Just being an artist, he inspired me, and you have Kiss involved. That's great. I was able to get this Originals first press, and it's got the cards, and it's got the sticker, and it's got the booklet. I really love this. Let's see what else that I got here. This tour book. Now, a lot of people have it, but to me, it was something that, you know, I saw in stuff and in, you know, order forms and whatnot. And this is the 77-78. It's a great tour book right here. You know, Kiss has always had amazing tour books and pictures, and it's just really, really cool. And then I also have here, I can just skim through this really quick, the Donruss cards. You know, I have the first and the second sets. Great time. Got everything but the chewing gum. Probably be a weapon today. But another thing I have that, let's see, take this down here. I wasn't planning on doing this. My favorite album, Rock and Roll Over. Again, signed by all the members. Peter, Paul, Gene, Ace. It's going in the grave. That's coming with me. That's for sure.
Now that Kiss is getting up in age, how would you like to see Kiss end?
For me personally, I'd like to see everybody pulled out. What I mean by that is you got the band now, and that's cool, but I'd like to see Ace. I'd like to see Peter. I mean, I'd like to see Vinny. I'd like to see Bruce. I mean, it's Kiss Army. These guys talk about the family. Man, you're not young guys. Just let it be done. Go out there, jam. I mean, I know Peter's got some elbow problems and hand problems and whatnot. I mean, he's an older guy, but there's no reason why he can't get out there and play Strutter, sing Beth. Maybe even if they do like they did at the convention, Eric plays and he sings Hard Luck Woman. There's ways around it. Ace is still playing today. He's playing great. Go out there. I mean, Ace always sounds the same. I mean, it's weird, you know, for the guy that didn't want to sing, guy's voice is still the same from the 78 solo album, you know. It's what I would like to see. I'd like to see this, some great shows, having a good time, and playing the songs we all love. I know they're talking about having different guys and going out there with the makeup and what have you, which I support. You know, they have the right to do what they want. They built this. They can put it to bed. They can continue. They can do whatever they like. It's not up for us to decide. It's up for them to decide. If that's what they want to do, I support it. I'm a Kiss fan, you know, and there's some great musicians out there. Without a doubt, there are some people who could do it. I mean, listen to Classic 78. I mean, tell me someone can't sing like Paul Stanley? Put it on. Listen to it. Check it out. Check out Classic 78 and you'll be blown away. The writing in that band, you're going to tell me some people can't write classic Kiss songs? I beg to differ. You know, it can go down. It could happen. So, I just want to see the guys have a great time. Go out, put a great show on. It would be amazing.
Any last words to the Kiss Army?
Yeah, and that's, you guys are great. I think we've all supported the band for a long time, and now we're seeing the fruits of our labor. We've heard it for many, many years. You're a Kiss fan. Oh, they suck, what have you. Where's your favorite band? What are they doing? You know, I love this band. I love that band. Look, good for you. But nobody has done it like these guys. And I just want to say, as well, if you want to get in touch with me and you want to set something up and we want to talk about your collection, because it's not Rich the Kiss Collector, it's the Kiss Collector. Because there's plenty of people out there just like me. Man, women, child, it don't matter. You know, no matter who you are, from all over the place, all over the world, it doesn't matter. Race, creed, doesn't matter. We all feel the same way. And if you want, you can get in touch with me, Facebook, at the Kiss Collector, and send me a message, and we'll set something up. And I'd love to, even if you just want to send me your pictures, I'd love to post pictures of your collection as well. And we can keep this community going. And just want to say thank you for watching. Thank you for supporting. It really does mean a lot to me. I love the band. I love hearing your stories. I hope you like listening to mine. And thanks. I really appreciate it. All right. That was cool. I just want to say thank you to Lady Cat Chaos for her interview. Remember, you can check out Lady Cat Chaos at Obscure Chaos Fanzine or Alter Girl Fanzine. And also, Lady Cat Chaos also manages the band Day of Doom. If you're into death metal, you should check them out. It's my band. But I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. And next week, I hope to have something real special for you. So, talk to you guys soon.